Hello everyone and welcome back to the DM site. Today we're going to talk about the Feats and Epic Boons that we were given in the current playtest material, what they are, how they work, a little bit of what's different. Not going to go through all of them because it's a lot. We were given a roughly around, I think it's like 35 feats that have been updated, tweaked in some ways, very slightly changed, and on top of that, 12, I believe, epic boons as well for level 20. Feats are now leveled, which we knew was sort of coming along already. They already spoke about this progression of features, but now we finally have a little bit of what they have been speaking about, what Wizards means. In this playtest material, all of the feats are 4th level feats, except for one, the lightly armored feat, which is actually a level 1 feature, but was needed because we have the medium armored feature, and so on and so on. So they had to kind of include that to see the progression that you are expecting to get from it, I guess, or what you don't get in the lightly armored one. It's a whole thing. But the point is, all of these are level 4. So first of all, you have to be level 4 to get these features, which is totally fine because level 4, normally we get our ability score improvement or we get to choose a feature. Now, they've all been coupled together. Basically, the ability score improvement is still there. It's just a feature, so it's +2 to any of your ability scores that you want, or you can split them up, or you can take one of the new features. And one of the biggest things that they have is the fact that each feature does come with a +1 to some kind of stat increase. Now, there's only a select few that don't have this, but nearly all the features have been given a stat increase of +1, which I really like because it encourages you to take the features over just the +2 that we normally would have. Epic boons, however, are something that we've had for a long time, and they're actually in the Dungeon Master's Guide from 2014. It's just that you could never really use them because they're so incredible. Now, to be fair, I have actually given them out in the past, and it hasn't broken my games at all. You just gotta use them sparingly and know what you're getting yourself into. But the epic boons have now got a place in the home of the features, and they are for level 20. When you become a level 20 character, you get to pick an epic boon. All of your abilities and skills that you would have gotten at level 20 have now been downgraded to level 18. So for all those people out there playing high level games, one, I'm so jealous of you because I really want to play something to level 20 for once. That must be pretty cool to know that you get all this early, and at level 20 you're going to get an epic godly boon of some kind. Now, as always, the features do come with some prerequisite. Apart from the fact that you have to be level 4, you also have to have generally some kind of level of a stat. So for example, the active feat, you need to have a 13 at least in your charisma to be able to take that feat on, as well as other things like having proficiency in certain armor classes, which is now called armor trained, and of course there's also having proficiency in certain martial weapons as well. That's not really new. However, what's new is that they're also tied, not all of them, some of them are actually tied to the class groups. Now look at this video where I talk about the class groups that we were given in the current playtest material. So what do I mean by this? Well, we have the fighting styles, which we would normally find in the Ranger and the Paladin builds, but now they are their own separate features. However, a prerequisite is that they are tied to the Warrior group class, the Warrior class group. Now, the Ranger, don't worry about it, Ranger players, because even though the Ranger is an expert group class, they also have access to these fighting styles as well, being almost kind of like a mini warrior. So I really like that they're taking care of them on that sense. But that is one of the prerequisites, which gives me hope that melees are going to get a little bit extra as we move on in terms of feats growing and keeping their power level on par with magic. So let's have a look at some of my favorite ones. So I love Keen Mind now. I didn't hate it before, but I really don't care much about where's north and what time of day is it, all that stuff. It's never really been a big thing for me. However, with Keen Mind, what we get now is now it lets you gain proficiency in a skill that you have. And if you already have proficiency in it, you get expertise in it, which I really love. On top of that, as a bonus action, you can do what's called a study check. And this is really good for battle. Imagine that you're in a temple, you're fighting against some crazy demonic creature, and there's this cipher on the wall, and you need to figure it out. Normally, that would be an action to investigate that and figure it out during the battle. Whereas now, with the Observant feat, you're able to still do your action, still aid in the battle of this demon creature, but use a bonus action to do a study check and try and decipher what is on the wall as well. I really like it. I think I'm going to use this a lot. Now, my next favorite one is not just one, it's actually 3. It's Spell Sniper, it's Sharpshooter, and it's Crossbow Expert. And the main reason why I like them all, they have a few other changes, but the main thing is they define that within 5 feet you don't have disadvantage on your range attacks. Crossbow Expert is for crossbows. Spell Sniper is for spells, ranged spell attacks. And then we have our Sharpshooter, which is for your bows, your arrows. I love that they've split them into 3. There's no more choosing crossbow expert just because you want to get that as a ranger, basically, or a ranged fighter. Now they're sectioned off nice and neatly. And finally, Skulker, a feat that I've never really used, and now that it's changed a bit, I love it. You have a 10-foot blind sight, which I love. I think blind sight is a really unique feature to have. You also gain advantage on your hide checks during battle, and then when you're hidden, not only do you get advantage on the attacks, but also if you miss the attack, it doesn't reveal where you are, which is so good, because you've already missed, now I'm revealed, come on, now it's gone. Epic Boons are also kind of rewritten. There's a few little tweaks here and there that have changed that I really like. I'm not going to go over all of them because it would just take quite a while. Go and read them, look at them in the DMG, it's really cool. I love that you get them at level 20. It just shows this amazing progression, this growth that isn't just level based and growth in your spells, but it's also growth in your features. You can get features along the way. They get stronger based on the level that you are. And then on top of that, at the very end, you get what is basically a godly power. It's one of the really cool things that I'm enjoying about the current UA, the current playtest material, is they're trying to really sew features into your character's story to show more depth, more background. It's not just, oh, I'm a ranger, therefore I have to be this thing. It's, I'm a ranger, and here are my features that define my character, that help build the story that I'm growing. I really enjoy it. So comment down below what you like about the current feats, what you miss and would like to come back. And remember, it's play material, play test it, try it out, give your feedback, and let's build a foundation for brand new players to really get into the game. So, until the next video, go roll some dice.